Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum to talk stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
It's a little quiet, a little hard to follow. We could get rid of this starting soon. There we go.
Hey, starting
Hey.
now. I got us.
My wife is like losing her mind. Like, come on, guys. You got to get this show done and get home. She's a little concerned.
We got to get at it.
I'll start. Corey, how was your week? It was pretty good. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for your service, all those who have served or continue to serve.
That's Veterans Day.
No, okay. So thank you, all those who have died. You
There
can't
we go.
hear me. Thank you. We'll thank them anyway. You know what I mean? Like, is there a bad time to thank veterans?
No.
All right, then shut up.
So angry.
So we're going tent camping for the first time in a real long time.
All right.
Because ever since Uncle Artie and Aunt Judy have built this fantastic cabin for the family, that's generally where we spend our camp festivity time. So, but the kids missed it. Shannon missed it. This is probably our last chance to do this since our daughter is graduating this year. Like at least until like they're adults and we all come back and go party together.
Revisit it.
Yes. So we leave today. The wife's a little concerned, which is acceptable because we drag a little bit sometimes.
The one guaranteed thing about tent camping is you will forget something, and it's something you're gonna need every time.
I don't know. It's possible, but I mean, you've always got Walmart close by, fortunately, where we go. But on the other hand of that, we take so much stuff with us
That you're not.
that it's
gonna
impossible to not be okay. Like, her entire van will be floor to ceiling. I will have the truck also full. But she likes to double, triple, quadruple check and all that happy stuff. So
We used to go in a Dodge Colt. I don't know if you know what that is.
no, which makes me think
It's
it
a
must
little
be
tiny
good.
car.
Yeah.
It's like you remember what the Dodge Omnis look like?
Nope. Another one I never heard of.
It's about the size of an Omni.
Yeah.
All 5 of us plus the dog, and that's what we would take tent camping.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah. How? I have no idea how we did that.
Dude, we got so messed up on this intro. I forgot my obligatory beverage.
Cha-ching. The kickback. The way it was.
Happy Memorial Day.
So
Woo!
other than that, how's your week
There you
going?
go. Pretty good. I think I finally figured out what my sleep number is. So that's good.
Your
Because
sleep number?
we purchased
7.
a bed. And it's ironic because we had to wait like 20 days from the time we bought it till it showed up at our house. Yeah. First night we slept on it was horrible. It was like the worst night's sleep either of us has ever gotten.
Oh.
I think a big part of the problem was that this was like one of the first hot days of the year, and our air conditioning vent's kind of halfway behind my dresser and did not realize that it was essentially shut.
Yeah.
So hot, and like 2 o'clock in the morning, she's tossing and turning. I wake up, I start tossing and turning. We're sweating like crazy, and like just thinking, man, we could have bought a vehicle, and we got this thing, and this is not going well. Next day, the funny thing is, Shannon took a nap on it earlier in the day. Loved it. She's like, it's amazing. Then we get in there, no bueno.
No good.
So, anyways, it's been much improved since then. And then last night, so I tried 70, I tried 50, I tried 100, because I don't know.
Yeah.
They all feel a little bit good and a little bit bad because I got back problems. It's really hard to judge. But supposedly, the stiffer the surface, the better it is for your back, right? Yeah, I know. I walked into that. So last night I tried 90. My back feels pretty good this morning.
Finally kind of there.
I think so. We'll find out for sure. Yeah, so it's been good. Did my daughter's vocational school graduation ceremony on Thursday, which she kind of got gypped on because there was a separate award ceremony earlier in the week for all the kids at that school. She took home, student of the department, student of the year, all this crazy stuff, but essentially got valedictorian of the tech school, like top student overall. And they didn't mention that at all at the ceremony, which was kind of weak. It was like, that's kind of butt, dude, But other than that,
they had their structure for it.
The best part was I didn't work for more than 3 days for like the last 9 days, something like that, or 7 days. Like the way I played a vacation day here, 2 vacation days there is like, I think I worked 3 days, was off for 1, came in for 2, was off for 2, went in for 2, and now I'm off for 4. Nice. So it's been like a golden little week. How about you? How's your week?
Good. Monday, took the kids out bike riding, and it was hysterical and terrible at the same time. My daughter now has a big bruise right here.
It has to be below your waist for that to count. He gets it. You couldn't see what
I got what he meant. The little...
Oh, yeah. They were riding bikes, and she just did one of those and toppled over and got the handlebar. So she toughed that one out. We ended up, the amount of Band-Aids that came out of bike riding this time was pretty astronomical.
Would you call it hilarifying?
Yeah, it's something along those lines, because it was like, what? Everything about little kids just like emanated, because they just were a disaster.
It doesn't
hysterical.
It doesn't, especially if your kid's not super coordinated. Because when I watched my son go down that hill and over the guardrail, that's kind of what I would describe it as hilarifying.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
We're good.
Anybody else would be funny. Yeah.
No,
Anybody else's kid, this would be hysterical. No. But yeah, we did that on Monday, and then established that kids are probably going to be getting bikes for their birthday, because they're just like, the problem is the cranks are like this long. So their little legs are doing this, and they got no leverage, and they can't do anything. And I'm like, I wanted to get like 2 more years out of these bikes. Like, that was why we bought the ones we did.
You're going to say out of these kids.
Not quite. But yeah, so now we're shopping for that and going through that whole wonderful process. Other than that, my week was pretty much just normal, down by the numbers.
So I would just piggyback, and then we'll move right along. But I'd like to talk more about this later, the possible, not rebranding.
Shoot.
What you forget?
We're not recording.
Which version?
Oh, yeah, it says start recording right there.
Yeah.
The video?
The video.
We could steal it from Facebook Live. Don't even hit it now. I'll steal it from the live and edit it later. Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, I don't think we have the audio going either. No, we don't. We don't have any of it going.
Jason.
Facebook Wonder.
We'll have to pull it from Facebook. It's fine. Continue.
Yeah, I could do both. They're just not going to be as good.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Good job. That's what I guess. I can't give you any grief from now on about showing up early if this is what happens, right?
Well, I was messing with the
Animation.
that little animation I keep getting.
I'm putting all of my brain power into what happens before we start the show.
Right, and then forgot what to do.
That's all right. At
when
least
the
you didn't
show
completely
starts.
just like, we didn't go through a whole episode.
It's nice
and
when
not
someone
have
else pulls the cord.
redundancies.
Right.
Like that, like we don't have a whole lost episode out there somewhere.
No, and I mean, this will be fine because we'll be able to pull it.
Hey, if we had Facebook Live back in, we would have been all right, man.
This is true.
That's true.
I've evolved all of this with redundancies
For exactly
to
that
prevent
purpose.
this.
Just making sure we are live.
Yeah, it's here. We're good.
That
I'm looking at it.
You are. Help me, Facebook.
I'm not-
You're our only hope.
I'm not
Our only hope.
completely.
So my transition was we're
this
talking
wasn't
about
ready.
not a rebrand, but an unbranding kind of to like be able to put this show out under multiple names to try to catch some more traction. So like one of those names that I think we should test run should be It's Funny When It Happens to Someone Else's Kid. It's long. It's a little
name.
windy, but I like the message behind it.
Write it down because you're going to forget.
Wait, it is.
Write that down.
That means you support it?
No, not at all.
Well,
but
then I ain't writing it down.
okay, well, if it's something you want to address, we could talk about it later. I wasn't going to just shoot it down.
No. There will be other.
Oh.
Divings. Jason, how was your week?
It was standard. I really don't have much to complain about my week.
Other than your chest rating.
Work.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I got a little spanked.
Yeah.
got a little spank. It happens.
Oh yeah, dude, it's over the board versus playing the app. It's not the same.
Yeah, no.
It's you just miss stupid stuff you should see.
Future lyric. My rating does not equal my self-worth.
Wow.
That's just for us.
I would just the circuit board that is the inside of that man's head.
The short circuit board.
You mean circuit ball?
The circuit ball, yeah.
Like a ball of yarn.
Your brain is the electronic equivalent of the flying spaghetti monster.
I don't see how there's anything other than a compliment.
Yeah, there's no arguments to be had there.
Yeah.
So your week was good, other than chess radio?
Yeah, that I went to work at 6 o'clock. I woke up at like noon yesterday. Went to work at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm still awake.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
It feels great, doesn't it?
We've all been there.
You look like you're in that second wind right now, though, from the nap you got in the parking lot.
I got like a tiny little 45-minute nap.
Some spinach. Yeah, that's what you need.
It's off camera.
Splashy.
Huh. Yeah, nobody can see that. It's off camera, dude.
Oh.
You could
Well,
see
the camera was pointed at your face when I held it up, so
This
I
is
didn't
true.
think it was relevant.
Oof, don't do that.
I said, can we need a glass, please?
Oh, that was a lot.
Okay.
What do
What
we got here?
It's not often that I sit here and screw around behind the camera and not record things and show
Can we
up.
get Facebook to fact check that?
Yeah, it's
Listen, don't you
I do not think he means what he said
don't
he
you dare
means.
call me out on my BS.
The Don't Call Me Out podcast.
I'm not a cricket, bro.
That's right.
Don't call me daughter.
Why did we all like that song so much?
We all didn't.
Oh, you didn't like it at the time?
I loved it. Absolutely loved that song.
Yeah,
Is
not
that
anymore.
Pearl Jam or Dave Matthews?
That's Pearl Jam.
Okay, they're both the same terrible.
I'm sitting here singing it in the back of my head. I'm like, no, he's mumbling. It was Pearl Jam.
Props for one thing. You could understand some of those words.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know what? People didn't like dudes didn't like Dave Matthews,
Oh, he was excellent.
but that guy brought the women. Like chicks love Dave Matthews.
Camera switch.
Ding.
And Mr. Seneca's shy. Apparently, Lindsay thinks he's somewhere else. So we'll. I'm pretty sure he's not one of the 3 people watching this.
Not yet.
Who's got the phone number?
Yeah.
Hook that man up with some Pino Kila.
Cucumber.
It's a good thing I don't name those things. Why don't we discuss the Just a Tip Cigar of the Week?
Dun, dun, dun.
I like how you did that. Thank you.
I was supposed to be subverted, but
Yeah.
it's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Just a Tip Cigars. Are you looking for the best selection of boutique cigars? Do you want the tried and true legacy brands that are synonymous with the cigar lifestyle? Do you want luxurious cutters, lighters, and other accessories? Do you want to relax in the most comfortable cigar lounge in the burg? Then you want Just a Tip Cigars. Conveniently located in the Bavarian Village Shopping Center in South Park, Pennsylvania, Just a Tip Cigars has been tailor-built to your smoking needs. Whether you visit in person or on the web at justatipcigars.com, when it comes to cigars, Just a Tip is the whole package. Just a Tip is the whole package, and if you need a package, you should come down here and get one from Sam. My understanding is he's got more than enough to go around. At least that's what Eric told me.
Couple of them.
So we are smoking the Leaf by Oscar Sumatra. I believe this is a 6x52 Toro.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cigar comes in a hideous packaging, which we do not recommend smoking by itself or with the cigar. Jason is the first person I've seen physically smoke just the wrapper.
Just the wrapper all by itself.
And
Well, I've seen them do stuff like that at like cigar tastings where they take that the leaf and they smoke the leaf. I was like,
I'll try it.
I give it a shot.
Yeah. And
It wasn't terrible.
I think the more appropriate comparison would have been, I've smoked cigars out of the bathroom.
Oh,
How much worse could this have been? You know
It's
what I
true.
mean?
It's true.
So the thing about this cigar is, in lieu of traditional cellophane packaging, they wrap it in a leaf, which I'm sure is a leaf that they found to be expendable, and I wouldn't, judge it by just the way that
That
leaf
little
tastes
bit,
by
yeah.
itself. I don't think that's indicative of what they expect you to
Yeah.
have for your smoking experience. But it is an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Honduran binder and fillers. This comes from Oscar Valadares in his factory in Honduras. Cigar is one of 4 blends made for Alan Jim Robinson's world famous The Leaf and Bean. This particular Leaf and Bean is the one in the Strip District. There is also one over McMurray with no affiliation. However, if you're in Florida, lucky you, because St. Augustine, he just opened a new store, and I gotta say, that thing looks dope.
Yeah.
It looks like the Alamo, but a cigar shop.
Mhm.
It's pretty banging.
That's cool.
That is a really good description of it.
Yeah, it's pretty dope looking.
It's the
man.
Florida Alamo.
So yeah, it's pretty dope.
Right
That makes this truly a boutique cigar because it was originally blended as a house blend.
Yep.
He decided to take it on the road, take it national, gained a lot of traction. You pretty much find these cigars anywhere in the country. I will say that the Maduro is my go-to on this particular line, but the Sumatra is really good too. Like, I have a hard time saying, hey, this is not as good as the Maduro for me. So, we'll get there in a second. But the thing that I like about the Leaf series is when you take that ugly wrapper off, assuming you do, because we know there are folks
It's happened
that
here.
assume this is the cigar. They will cut it and light it as is, which is not the way to go. That's the equivalent of the people that try to smoke it with the cedar protection on it, and that's not their intention. Now,
No good.
if you really want to use it as a cedar spill, you could pull it up, light the cigar off of it, then remove.
Yeah, I don't recommend that either. But yeah,
don't do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not what it
Don't-
was
Yeah,
intended
don't smoke
for.
the cedar.
But it really seems to do an extra special job of like protecting the leaf and giving that oily, beautiful appearance to it. I love how we just hear a loud noise in the background and Sam's like, "Who broke my shop? What's going on?
I'm like, what was that?
Well, how much is that going to cost me?"
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully, it's just somebody dumpster diving outside
Yeah.
and it'll be okay.
Something.
But great cigar line. Even the band is made from paper that is shredded tobacco, which makes it a little cumbersome to remove in like one piece. But
So you
it's
can smoke through it, and I've seen a
I
couple
don't
people do it.
recommend it. I've done it on accident.
I've had people tell me that they like it better that way. I've had people try and do it, and the band itself combusts too fast, so it like splits itself and becomes this little fiery string that floats away. But yeah,
The people that say they like it better that way are the same kids that used to lick 9-volt batteries for fun. Like, you don't.
he's sitting over there, so we'll tell him.
Yeah. Don't. That's not a role model.
Not so much, huh?
No.
No.
Speaking of role models, don't you come over here with your BS.
My I will say I'm kind of the opposite of you on this one. This is my least favorite of the 4. That's not to downplay it, but it's of the 4. I find it to be the least exciting.
I get you. That's not unreasonable. I guess for me, there's like, so what do we have here? We've got the Maduro, we have the Sumatra, we've got the Connecticut, which is usually not going to be in my top run,
Right.
correct? And then what's the other one? A
The
Corojo.
Corojo.
And I'm not just like for all Corojo. Like Aladino Corojo particularly appeals to me, but that Corojo doesn't taste like any other Corojo.
Right.
It's pretty unique. Like, so there's a love-hate relationship there depending on who you got smoking it. I guess what I'm getting at is like, I light this up and just think because it's not the one that I would go to, and particularly because I've had Sumatra experiences with other cigars and I'm just like, Like, this is actually pretty decent. It's just not very in your face. But I think like with a Cuban style coffee, perhaps like a creamier coffee, not a black coffee, certainly not as sugary as a Cuban coffee. But if you had a coffee with a lot of cream in it, not a lot of sugar, that'd be a good pairing for this, I think.
I can see where you're coming from on it. I don't know that I think that this would hold up to it very well. I think the coffee would just overwhelm it. I think even coffee with cream would just overwhelm it. How about
overwhelming.
yourself? What's your experience thus far with it?
I do not like it.
No?
Oh
No, I don't like it at all.
Okay.
Sam, this coming from the guy that said the thing that they used to wrap the cigar was not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I do not like it at all.
It's like they
Why
should have
not?
just made it all out of the wrapper.
And I mean, I am real. When I say this, I am not trying to bash this brand.
It's okay. You
There's
got
no-
two on this side that actually know what they're talking about, so you're fine. You can kind of go wherever you want.
It tastes like somebody threw sand and dirt in my mouth.
I've been there.
That's
Just one of those.
100% what this cigar tastes like. It's got a little pepper to it. Don't
And
get me
not
wrong.
much.
I get the pepper that's in there. I get what they're trying to do. The way the tobacco is blended does not go well on my palate.
Yeah.
My palate does not like it.
So
Going backwards here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Kevin Burgess. And hi, honey, my wife, Shannon. Because sometimes I say hi, honey. She's concerned about who I might be speaking to.
yeah,
Shannon, I'm talking to you.
yeah, you would be honey. So with the tequila versus with the coffee, did it help one way or the other? Did one of them make it a little bit better, a little bit worse? Because you have both things you kicked.
No, I would not have recommended that with the tequila at all.
Okay.
No, not even.
On the
remotely.
other hand, yeah.
The coffee kind of. You ever smoke a cigar and it just dries you out?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what this is. For
Okay.
me.
So that experience is like can be qualified as if you like the cigar, it makes you salivate. If you don't, it dries you out. That's not necessarily scientific fact, but I've heard it explained that way. And it would make sense to me because Davidoffs, like a traditional white label Davidoff, I don't care for. Like any of those, like Byron, what's the other high end one?
Atabey.
Atabey. Those cigars just leave me feeling like I've got cotton mouth, and I don't like them at all. And so it's possible that this blend just doesn't do anything for you, and therefore you're not salivating.
Yeah.
And,
No.
and
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to smoke it. But yeah, like honest to God, like dirt
Yeah.
is what it tastes like to me.
Wow.
hey, you know what they say about dirt? Don't hurt.
It don't hurt. Got dirt and it don't hurt. No, I mean burn on it's been fantastic on mine. Like construction, all
Mine
that.
is like very close to perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, the construction wise is doing great. Draw is phenomenal. I will say the whole line, the wrappers are always like a really nice oil. Like they're always really oily.
Oh yeah.
The Maduro specifically, like
Oh,
it,
yeah,
it
dude.
like it has a sheen to it.
That's why I have a tendency to think that extra leaf on the outside has something magical happening there. The other beautiful thing about it is it's a great indication of how well your humidity is holding up in your storage, because like you can take this cigar out of humidity for a few moments and it is fully, you touch it and it just it disintegrates.
Yeah.
It's like Marvin.
Yeah,
the
you can
Martian
pick it up and
shot
just
him with a
falls down.
little ray gun.
I will
It
shoot
just-
you with my ray gun.
there it is. Jason, I would challenge you to smoke this cigar someday when you have not been up for 22 hours.
Yeah. General rule of thumb with a cigar. You gotta try it twice.
Yeah, for sure. Particularly in this situation. You know what I mean? Like you are not only at the end of your day, you're at the end of a long day. Your palate's probably a little burned out. And something like Aroma Craft would have probably hit you really well to keep you engaged and kind of wake you up. And this might be something that like wake up well rested on a Sunday on the way to the golf course.
Maybe I'll
driving.
just go grab a Neanderthal and be done with it.
Hammer it. Just oh, there's that shit. Dink.
Quarter for Sam.
Yeah.
He even held back.
I know. My bad.
Jason outperformed you today. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shame the non-believers.
Indeed.
Shame.
So something we didn't do because because the volume of the intro was not enough for me to. I actually followed Jason whenever he started doing the What's Up Junkies today
Yeah.
because I had no idea. And so we didn't do the. I'm Corey,
I'm Sam.
And I'm Jason.
and we are the Cigar Junkies. And guess what? If you're watching or listening, that means you are too. And that might be something that we have to change moving forward, which sucks because I kind of like it. Maybe that's something that we could cut in post-production. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for the time being, if you're watching or listening, you should go to thecigarjunkies.com where you can find what?
A lot of things. You
A
can
lot of
find
things.
swag. You can find our episodes.
Audio,
Yeah.
video, a dope-ass t-shirt like the one that I'm wearing.
No
I don't
video.
know what's up with all of this. You
So-
look like... You come in this morning, I was like, man, he's ready to go sell some, ironically,
It's my
like a
normal getup.
1988 Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
Yes.
Like the Woodies. I'm like, he's on his way to the dealership.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? There's a big cowboy on the billboard. There's probably a hot air balloon on the roof. Some wacky inflatable floating arm tube men and out in front.
So you get distracted really easily. Yeah, you. So what Corey's meaning to say out there, folks in TV land, is it does not matter what platform you are listening to us on. If it's Spotify, if it's YouTube, if it's Apple Play, whatever it is. Please do us the favor. And even Facebook, if you're watching right now, please do us the favor of sharing this podcast. That it costs you nothing and it means the world to us. You know, it really helps us. And we are trying to grow this channel and we're trying to grow this product and this brand. And we can't do that without you. We need you to do this for us. Like I said, it costs you nothing and it means everything to us.
How's that anything different than what I just said?
You didn't finish saying it.
I know. I was
Okay.
getting there. You know, you're the one that assigned a term.
But I literally was
The
just
bird
sitting
walk.
here. I'm not. Yeah, but
But you taught me the bird walk. That's our
I didn't
brand,
teach it to
bro.
you. You mastered it. I just named it.
Speaking of which, thank you. I appreciate that. You'll have to forgive Jason. His previous job was working fundraisers for PBS, so he gets a little serious from time to time, which is probably
How dare you be professional?
yeah. Like
Hey,
I was
how
gonna say,
dare
it's,
you.
It's a welcome, different take for this show. You know what I mean?
I've got a face for radio. What do you want?
You have a face that's basically like a rapist version of Freddie Mercury with that thing on.
Jiminy.
Oh,
It is
my
wild. I told him
It's
this
a
morning,
lot, bud.
You love it.
The way
I
I,
don't.
described him, I said,
No?
listen,
No.
this is no judgment. But even when I saw you yesterday, when you came into work and you were fresh, with this incredible look he's got going on. Hold on. We need the hat off. It
Oh
helps.
no, dude!
It
I
helps.
haven't had a haircut. in
Really?
So
Really?
long.
You're gonna make
Oh.
that judgment to me?
Okay, Freddie Mercury's gone.
If you look up greasy in the dictionary,
I wouldn't
that's
get.
the picture. I don't think that he's actually greasy, but the appearance is greasy, bro.
I don't think you can say that while he makes that sound. Like I feel
I'm
like
pretty
that
sure.
makes it bad.
You look at him and you're like, there's a 6-pack of cannolis in your glove
Oh,
compartment.
somewhere,
Dude,
somewhere.
funny enough, I brought cannolis with me today.
Which it's one of the grown-ups. I was going to ask you what movie it's from, but I think it's Grown Ups 2. Nah, maybe one. They're playing the repeat basketball game,
It's the first one.
and the big guy goes to the sidelines and he steals his daughter's cannoli.
Yep.
And it's I don't remember what the name of the place was. The Bradios. You know, what are you
Yeah.
going to do? He steals his daughter's cannoli. That's the look you have right now. You would steal the cannoli from your 3-year-old daughter.
It would only be better if I was sitting here in like a bowler shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Like a bowling league shirt.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. That was like unbuttoned down to here, and I had like a big Cuban gold chain on.
Yes.
I like to see one of those buttons also missing with the little window to your soul, a la Sherbandi.
Oh God.
That's an inside one
Okay.
for people of our profession. But yeah, you have no idea what it's like to be in here, man. I constantly grab stuff and lose stuff. I had something that I was gonna like, and it's gone.
Just
So-
like that.
Oh yeah.
So I would like to bring up a topic today.
Uh-oh.
It's a little off. Has absolutely nothing to do with cigars.
Okay.
But how often do you like
Wipe?
watch YouTube? How often do you watch YouTube?
Watch?
Mhm.
Not very often.
Or even listen to it?
Every day.
Okay, Corey?
I am like my kids
Mhm.
watch YouTube. That
Yes.
is their TV.
That's cable TV. To them,
Yes. I go to YouTube when I need to learn how to do something. Or if I'm like maybe Googling a music video, something like that. Otherwise, pretty much never.
See, I do that as well, but I exclusively watch YouTube. I do not watch television. I watch YouTube.
He's in touch with the kids.
Or, well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there I like.
Yeah.
You know, but I have gotten this. That have you ever heard of the mobile game Ebony? I don't know what it is about my algorithm, but I must block and dislike 19, 20 ads for that stupid game every day.
I've never even heard of it, but thanks for saying it near my phone because now I will.
You're welcome. The mobile game Evony.
Thank you.
EVONY.
Appreciate that.
And if the folks at Mobile Games USA Ltd are listening right now, I hate your game. I hate your marketing.
And he hates your guts.
And I hate your guts. Absolutely. I 100%. The ads for that game are the utter bane of my existence.
That good, huh?
That good. Okay, there's my little rant. I took up, 4 minutes of the podcast.
How many, like, what's your threshold for numbers on views, subscribers, wherever, whatever platform, whatever number, any metric you want to use that we would have to get to before we could set up a Cigar Junkies like Nickelodeon set with slime? Like, what was this? I already lost it. That's my brain. So it's not super
100,000 subscribers. That's what
what Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Where do we have to get to before the business manager of this thing decides that we'd have the money to make like a Double Dare set?
Wouldn't be a set number. It'd be a regular growth of like 300 to 500 a week.
All right,
like
kids.
if we showed 300 to 500 new people per week.
Now this is a call to arms. This is the call to action right here. I want a Double Dare set. Get out there and spread the word, guys.
Something wrong with you. Drastically wrong with you.
Come on, man. How good would it just be for us to have our own button for a camera switch to put it back on Jason, like a la Mr. Burns
and just
trapdoor, and then a button right next to it to drop a bucket of slime on his head?
No, because I have to clean it up.
What was Mark Summers, the announcer? Because Mark Summers was the host. What was the announcer's name?
I don't know.
What was the announcer's name?
I got nothing.
It was Harvey.
Harvey
the rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever see Two Guns?
No. What is Two Guns?
You never saw Two Guns?
Negative Batman.
Great movie. Mark Wahlberg, Denzel Washington. Hilarious.
Never even heard of it.
Oh my God, is it so good? You never heard
not
the
marketed
expression,
well.
You never rob a bank next to the freaking diner with the best donuts in 3 counties? That was really
Nice
close.
catch. Nice catch.
That was really close, yeah.
Close.
I'm quarter free since 5 after 3. Dude,
No.
add it to the list of things you'll never watch. Jason, you absolutely must watch this movie.
It will go.
It is
right on there to the things I'll never watch too.
Bro, it's so good. It's like role models. It's like Hot Tub Time Machine. It is just one of those, like, stumbled upon it on a hard drive in the oil field. One of the most rewatchable movies I've ever seen, dude. And it's this amazing combination of comedy, which you never see Denzel do, right? So it's so cool to see Denzel play it straight and Mark Wahlberg being silly.
Yeah, because I think of a cop movie and I think Training Day.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so good, man. It's so good. There's nothing I can't not give away, but like I'll give you one scene. They're down in the Mexico, working out a deal with the cartel. Okay, and there's all these fat Mexican dudes They have chickens buried in the sand up till their necks, so just their heads are sticking up, and he's like trying to shoot. They're trying to shoot them. You know what I mean? And Mark Wahlberg gets jacked off, and he's like, "Quit messing around, quit torturing chickens, blah 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 blah." And so he grabs the guy's gun and one by one just pops every single one of them off and sticks the hot barrel down the guy's pants and walks away. And he's like, Denzel's giving him crap. He's like, "What are you eating? Chicken?" "Well, then what's the problem?" He's like, "Well, I got no problem with eating a chicken, but I ain't gonna torture one." Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. That's definitely something that you need to rewatch.
That led me to Good, Bad, and the Ugly, where dude's buried in the sand, his head's up, and the scorpions and all that just out there. That's all I was picturing. It's like, oh, the poor chicken's just like left out there to get eaten by whatever critters and bugs come by, whatever randomness. And then what was the one with what's his name? He was in the interview. James Franco.
Yeah. It's his best movie.
You know what?
Spider-Man 2.
Not that type of movie isn't like my go-to comedy. That's not my thing.
No.
But The Interview,
Come on.
boy, did I enjoy that.
They got a fat kid.
Enjoyed The Interview.
Dude, The Interview was funny. I was thinking of Buster Scruggs, though.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yes.
Dude, you talk about a roller coaster.
When he's sitting there getting ready to get hung, and he looks over at the dude. He's like, "First time?"
Yeah. You know what killed that show for me, and I did watch, but what killed it for me was I saw it first in a Facebook reel, and every single good part of it was in that one 5-minute reel, and I'm like, "This is incredible!" And I go to watch it, and I'm like, everything in between it, I should have just been like, "Okay, cool, watch the reel." That was enough for me. You know, it was nothing else worth seeing there.
It kind of knocked me off.
Yeah,
that it was in vignettes.
Yeah, like little you get.
Yeah,
yeah. You had to follow it to follow. Like you had to. There was a little bit of effort had to go into watching that one.
When it switched into, because you could almost have thought that the first two vignettes, the one with Buster Scruggs,
I watched the other ones,
and then the one with Mark Franco,
James
Franco. Yeah, the one with Buster Scruggs and
one of them white guy names,
James Franco. You could have almost thought they were from the same movie.
Yeah.
Now it's all the same period, but when it got to the one with Liam Neeson and the quadruple amputee, which was,
dude,
The Black Knight?
No,
dude, you got to watch.
It's just a flesh wound.
You have to watch the rest of the movie.
Oh, that was I always forget that that's part of that movie. I know that sounds dumb, but
quick check-in. Fallout?
Haven't watched it.
Nothing.
No,
not a second of it. No, not a second of it. I have to re-up my Amazon account because they separated Prime and Prime Video, and I never re-upped Prime
Jason,
Video.
it's like it is, with the possible exception of The Last of Us, because The Last of Us is very much like a dramatic, cinematic story. Never have I seen anything that is so well made and true to the source material. That show has just this incredible
je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, man. It really holds true to that, like old retro futuristic kind of jam, and it is really well made. Okay. That being said, for some reason I just pulled this random thing out of the air, as my spaghetti monster brain does. I wasn't fed this at all. I wasn't suggested this by anybody in the audience or anything. But I have this random urge to ask you. You used to be a Connecticut Shade guy.
Yeah.
100%. That was the forefront of your
preference. No. I've never been a Shade guy primary.
Okay.
I smoke a lot of Connecticut Shade, and I enjoy it.
Okay, so my question is to you, and this is not just so Jason could go poop, but what trends have you noticed yourself changing now that you have to smoke everything that you have? has that changed where you draw your attention to, particularly for stuff like you haven't smoked before? So say you were given an assortment of cigars, small gauge, large gauge, dark, light. How has owning a shop and all of this experience influenced you in terms of like what am I going to gravitate toward?
Yeah, there's a lot there. I don't like the extremes as much. So like the really, really light ones I used to enjoy a little bit more than I do now. And the really, really full body stuff I used to enjoy now a lot more than I do now. A lot of the stuff in the middle I'm starting to gravitate towards because I end up, just the different variations of everything that I smoke, like,
Yeah,
and then
volume.
I'll do like a Habano day where I'll try this guy's Habano, and it's amazing how different that one seed can be from country to country, farm to farm, everything. Like it's wild on that. And then as far as like sizes I smoke, that hasn't changed. I still prefer smaller ring gauge. I'm not trying to go above even 54.
54 is a little heavy for me nowadays.
That's
52 is like the top of my preferred.
Yeah.
Gauge.
I end up smoking a lot of 50 and 52 though, because I carry so much of that size. That is the most popular size here. So I do smoke a lot of that. My primary size is usually like a 4x46, like a petite Corona, something like that. I smoke a lot of that size.
Okay.
Especially when I can, when I can get it in a blend that I already like, that I liked out of the Toro. I'm excited to try that again in that smaller one. But really, it's 46 is like, I think that's probably my favorite ring gauge.
It's funny because you really, said like take away the lightest stuff, take away the heaviest stuff. And I imagine that's a lot of because you're smoking so much volume that you're like, the light stuff's just going to do nothing for you. And the heavy stuff's just going to be a little much when you're going to be smoking so many cigars. Do you think that's accurate?
Yes and no.
Like it's not like you have a cigar in your mouth every. Right. If you walk in here at any given point in the day, it's not like Sam's going to be puffing on something all the time.
No, I run about.
Why I couldn't notice
three or four cigars a day is about my high average. It's probably closer to 2. Yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 is my true average. I mean, but the other day I couldn't get enough cigars. I smoked 10 or 11 cigars that day. Like I pounded through all day. But other days, and I do give myself a day where I don't let myself smoke at all. Like I keep that each week as well.
I've only burned myself out once, and that was because of Seth Jones.
Yeah.
He is wholly responsible for me burning myself out. And that was at the Barn Smoker when he wanted to know the count, right? And so I was like updating on live every time I'd smoke one. And I smoked so many cigars that the next morning I was just like, no, I don't even want a cigar today. Yep. And then like 5 minutes later I was smoking one. But
I remember sitting on the porch after Dave and Patty pulled out that huge spread. Right? It was
the
like
bottles they had in their vehicle.
It was like 30 bottles of booze. They pulled out like a catering package and set it up. Yep. And I'm like, what? But we got to the end of that night. It was like, what? We actually went to sleep relatively. No, we didn't.
I can't tell you.
No, we did not go to sleep early that night. I remember at the end of the night, like I got this far down into one of the undercrowns, the one with the yellow
the 10th
band
anniversary
on it.
With the thong.
Dude, I got that much left. I stuck it in the ashtray. I was like, you know what? I'm done. Yeah. I am done with cigars for today. I've had enough.
Yeah, that happened to me at
Probably smoked 9 of them. That's the most cigars I've ever smoked in a day in my life.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I'm finished.
To be
fair. The heat probably had something to do with that. That was one of the hottest days I remember in my life that I was not wearing oil field coveys.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I was wearing shorts, and I remember seeing myself in those live videos just looking like a cherry tomato. Mm-hmm. I was so hot, so sunburnt, dude. That event would have been incredible had it been like 10 degrees cooler, dude. Just that was like the hottest day of the year. It was terrible.
If it was like a nice spring day, like 65
Oh,
degrees
yeah.
outside.
Dude, 75 would have been fine.
75, yeah, 75 would have been fine, but 65 you could wear jeans.
Not 99 was a little much.
Yeah, 99 was a little much.
It reminded me of like
Was
I
it
had
really
a
99 that day?
I had a 4th of
Yeah.
July party.
I remember it was hot, but I didn't.
I did a 4th of July party one year, and it was literally the hottest day of the year when we did it. And like, there was people came over, and I had somewhere between 75 and 100 people in my house.
Wow.
And people were not moving. They would find a spot under a canopy and
just
stay there.
Yep.
And so what happened is you would have all these groups of people that just would not mingle with each other. And it's like, okay, these are like the people that came with Evan and like people that I wasn't real familiar with kind of meeting for the first or second time. And then there was like the Leaning House people, cigar guys that were sticking together, family people. And nope, it was like a vampire movie where there's like light coming in the window and there's a line on the floor and like the vampire can't cross. Like people were like, nope, I'm staying in my shade.
Yeah.
And nobody moved until the sun went down. That day was so terrible. However,
Hey, Padre,
on the plus side,
but I was kicking your ass back there. Did you get any wood?
on the plus side,
Oh, you don't remember that movie? Dracula 2000?
Never saw it.
Oh, no?
No.
on
That's
the
a
plus
good one.
side, I got to see Evan Eggert, who up until that day, I had never not seen in a 3-piece suit. And Evan rolls up in a t-shirt and a pair of bleach white jeans cut into the roughest Daisy Dukes you've ever seen in your life.
Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes, bro. I'm telling you,
They were climbing in there, huh?
3/4 of his pocket was hanging down below where the jean material stopped. The pockets were hanging. And not a single hair on his legs, like because tanning boot, dude. Whew. That was I scared.
Look, and
my wife.
here's the worst part about it, because people see Evan and they immediately think that Evan is a flamboyant homosexual,
My guy scores.
and he's not.
No.
And you know what? It makes me laugh.
He's the Ken Griffey Jr.
It's not that I think guys think that he's gay and they're like, oh, we don't want your kind around here. I don't think it's that. I think they're
Sometimes it is.
jealous.
If you go to a bar in Finleyville, sometimes you get a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's because those guys are drinking Mon Valley River water.
Well,
but-
also I think there was like I wish I could be as out as you look.
yeah, that's probably.
Oh, okay.
That's 100% like
Probably.
that was his theory. Ev just does not give a F about what anybody else thinks. My guy comes out dressed the way he wants to
Evan's
and doesn't care.
Evan's not Mon Valley. Evan is Pittsburgh suburb.
Yeah.
Chartier.
That's what. Yeah,
something.
he's not
Very
Mon
different.
Valley. He's Chartiers Valley.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Different valley.
he's Allegheny
He's what's the valley from California, like the 90210?
Valley. The San Fernando
San
Valley.
Fernando Valley, yeah.
San
Encino Man.
Damn you,
Fernando
Calabassians.
Oh yeah.
Anytime
He-
someone says San Fernando Valley, I'm reminded of the scene where the 4 Ghostbusters are laying on the floor and Vigo is standing there and Peter Venkman's insulting him. That's it. And at the end of it, he's like, the San Fernando Valley.
What did you do, Ray?
I tried to think.
There you go.
I don't remember the line.
I tried to think of the most harmless thing I could, something from my childhood, something that couldn't possibly hurt us.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Great scene. Great scene. Yo, that movie Afterlife would have been awesome if, spoiler alert, they didn't do the exact same super villains. Like, you know, the super, I don't know if you've watched.
I haven't.
Oh my God. That movie,
I hear that one's really good.
other than and I heard, sadly, I didn't go see the newest one because my wife and kids went without me and hurt my soul. But they said it was a pooper, so I'm waiting to get it on video at home. But the second one, Afterlife, other than the fact that it was like Force Awakens, like the same exact kind of end villain, That movie was incredible, man. I thought that breathed way new life into it while honoring like the old school stuff in such a beautiful way. That movie was awesome. So put that on the list. How's about we blow through the cigar news?
Through the news, do the news,
Interested?
yeah.
Shall we?
It's time for the cigar news.
It is
brought to
time.
you by Just the Tip Cigars.
Just the tips all up in this izzy today. So close.
It actually, you know what? No, it's time for the cigar news. Brought to you by the Cigar Junkies podcast.
There it is.
Please
Hey.
like, subscribe,
Or
and share.
the company with no name, Louis Lamana. How about a little love for Louis and his cigar box kazoos?
Brought to you by Louis Lamana Guitars.
There you go. A Drew Estate Liga Privada Unicool Series Year of the Rat is back for 2024. A limited release of the Year of the Rat has been exclusively made available to Drew Diplomat retailers. Is that you?
Nope.
Probably not. Yeah, sorry.
No.
I mean, hit a nerve there.
No.
Drew Estate first made Year of the Rat available in 2016. It was originally lounge exclusive at Drew Estate branded lounge at the BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida, home of the Florida Panthers. The release of the Year of the Rat coincided with the 20th anniversary of Scott Mellenby's Rat Trick during the Panthers' 1996 Stanley Cup run. How long has it been since the Flyers have won the Cup? Have you ever seen the Flyers win the Cup? No? Okay. Cool. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper highlights the Liga Privada Year of the Rat. The remainder of the blend uses a Brazilian binder and fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. The cigar comes in one size of 5.5 by 46 Corona Gorda. At 2024 PCA trade show, Stolen Thrones would mark its 5-year anniversary. Our homeboy Lee Marsh, as is the case with many cigar companies, reach an anniversary milestone. There's a special release for Stolen Thrones to mark the occasion. Stolen Throne opted to go back to the cigar line that started it all, the Crook of the Crown, and release a special limited edition size as its 5th anniversary cigar. Usually I don't do line extensions, but I have a soft spot for Lee. And, we like him. The Stolen Throne Crook of the Crown 5th anniversary size is a 6 by 46 Corona Gorda, produced at the Rojas factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. The Crook of the Crown features a San Andreas Maduro wrapper over an Indonesian binder and Nicaraguan fillers. 20-count boxes, a total of 2,500 bundles. I said boxes. It says bundles. That's my bad, guys. 20-count bundles. 2,500 of these bundles have been produced. Cigar costs $12.
Right on par.
Shall you
with the rest
see any
it.
of these?
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
Lee, we're calling you out, buddy. Don't make this like the hoodie. Don't send this like real late in the game.
But you got the hoodie.
Woof. All right, this one kind of words a little bit weird because of the way I copied and pasted it, but bear with me. Originally released in 2011, Cro-Magnon was Roma Craft Tobacco's first line and featured a blend made up of Connecticut broadleaf wrapper covering a Cameroon binder and filler tobaccos grown in Nicaragua. The line grew to encompass more than 20 different vitolas. That's a lot of vitolas.
Yeah.
How many vitolas do you have?
Of that, when I
No, I mean you personally. You have any vitolas?
No.
20's a lot. I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? In mid-2022, the factory stopped rolling Cro-Magnon due to the wrapper supply issues, and the company removed Cro-Magnon from its price list in 2023. Roma Craft Tobacco then decided to completely rework the Cro-Magnon line, a process that started by replacing the Connecticut broadleaf with a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper.
Yep.
In addition, the company changed the internal blend to include a Sumatra hybrid binder from Ecuador and filler tobaccos grown in the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. On March 7th, the company began shipping the first vitola of the new Cro-Magnon to around 20 stores ahead of the line's formal debut at the 2024 PCA Convention and Trade Show. A 6 1/4 by 50 Toro vitola with 109 style cap was named Timeline and packaged in 10-count bundles and included a pre-release band. It's coming back. Just different.
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm
coming
saying?
back. Well, it's going to be it's a whole different blend. They're
Which
not-
makes sense.
Yeah, they didn't try and blend it back to what it was using different tobaccos. They acknowledged they weren't going to get that right. So, it's probably better that they did it this way because they weren't going to be able to supply it. I mean,
And then they don't have to worry about the FDA knocking on the door and being like, "Hey, this line didn't." No, it did. It's just not what it was.
yeah, I mean that at the level that they're at, I think that the FDA stuff they probably got that streamlined now, where that's just all right, go through the process, do it again, all that jazz that goes along with it. But I'm excited to try the PA broadleaf version of it. Cro-Magnon's always been one that was close to my heart.
This
near and dears.
this one's gonna be weird coming out of my mouth. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
We don't see Heather
Not on
anymore
Sunday
since
mornings.
we started doing Sunday mornings. I think she must be busy at church. So if you catch her Friday mornings when she's supposed to be working,
Yeah.
there you go. That's the
I mean,
way. That's the way to get her to say,
that's
hey.
the best time.
That's right.
So,
Why not?
Yeah.
We're I did all that story about the barn smoker earlier, not even drawing the connection that he's actually wearing his barn smoker
Rocking the
hat.
barn smoker hat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good hat. I don't wear it because
I like it.
Wear hats, but I
Yeah.
carry the backpack every single day, and
Oh, yeah.
I use the lighters vigorously.
Hmm.
It's a good backpack. You use yours?
No.
Oh, you have two?
Yes.
Use neither.
Dude, I use the backpack that I got from Cameron. That thing has
Uncle Cameron's a good man.
24 trips to the southern hemisphere
Oh, wow.
in it.
It's your go-to.
So yeah,
It smells like paella.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if that's a thing from down there. or
I don't
not.
know, but it
It sounds
definitely
like it would
smells
be.
like I definitely have like dropped and spilled a couple empanadas in that thing for sure.
Perfect. Ooh, empanadas. I've only ever had Taco Bell empanadas, but they were delightful.
Dude, I've
Yeah, it's not the same.
had empanadas delivered to me in a garbage bag.
I remember those stories. Yeah, like a whole garbage bag.
Whole garbage bag
Yeah.
full of empanadas.
Yeah.
Because
What was in those? Was that meat
sausage and egg.
or, okay.
Yeah.
Sausage
So
and
the
egg.
only ones I ever had, again, Taco Bell.
And it was because
But they
I
were
brought a guy 3 200 count bottles of Aleve.
And he brought you a garbage bag of
Garbage bag full of empanadas.
Those drug deals work different.
Well, here's
down
the
there.
thing. When I was down in Patagonia, when I was down on Tierra del Fuego, apparently, they actually had to go from, and I don't know, we're stupid Americans and we're done with geography.
No argument there.
But the southern tip of
Just the
South
tip?
America, these guys would go up to Santiago, which is halfway
Yeah.
up the continent, to go shopping. They would buy a plane ticket to go shopping. And he saw me there with this 200 count arthritis cap bottle of Aleve. And I'm like, yeah, he goes, where do you get those? He said, I've never seen a bottle that big. And I was like, I got it back in the States,
Yeah.
man. And he goes, oh man, I'm actually going up next month to get my mother some Aleve. She takes it. She takes
a
Aleve.
plane ticket.
She takes Aleve for her arthritis. I was like, oh, really? I said, you're going to go all the way up there to get it? He's like, yeah, a bottle of 50 down here is like $70.
Oof. I like.
Well,
okay, I just got an amazing image in my mind of you, a la My Name Is Earl, with your current
Gotcha,
appearance,
gotcha.
coming in on a donkey, packed with over-the-counter drug medications.
So
from the U.S.
So he, I'm like, hey, and he was one of the medics. He was one of the guys that drove the ambulance down there.
Yeah.
Because there was no hospital on the island.
Right.
If you got seriously injured,
He's like, here's some Aleve.
that it was like a trauma center in a van.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen, I'll bring you some down. He's like, oh, would you do that? I said, yeah, look, I'll be back. I'm leaving in 4 days. I'll be back in 4 weeks after that. Don't worry about it. When you come back around and make your rounds, I'll hook you up. Because I used to do the same thing with Blistex chapstick. It was $12
Holy
a
cow.
tube. I brought a box down and I was like a drug dealer. So I come back down to South America with leave. I brought him 4 of those 200 count bottles. 4 of them.
You were the man.
800 pills
Yeah.
I brought him.
And he's used to paying $70 for 25 or 50 of them.
Right. He was like, dude, he was like fumbling over the money as he's trying to pay me for this. And I'm like, please.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I said, they're $11 a piece.
He's like, I light my Newports with this much money.
So he was just over the moon. He was like, my mother's going to have medicine for years.
Yeah.
Right? And literally 4 bottles of that's 800 pills.
Yeah. She's
right?
covered.
Maths.
2.5 years. So that Sunday, he stopped at the drilling rig, and the drilling rig has like a chef on it because he cooks for the whole place. He had, like, I'm telling you, a garbage bag full of empanadas.
Like a contractor bag.
He brought me food every time he came to my location for the rest of the time I was down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. What did you take from that story? Like, what happens in your brain, just for comparison?
I'm just envisioning the whole thing. I'm not really comparing it to anything.
See, what happens in my mind is the beginning of Save It Private Ryan when they're on the beach in Normandy and people are like walking around carrying their arms. But instead of the medic coming around with morphine, he's just got big bottles of Aleve passing them out. He's like, oh, here's one for you. Here's one for you. Oh, arm off. You get
take two.
Corey Banks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
Corey
I got
Banks.
nothing.
You brought it up. I was just trying to give you a little window into how it works because you're like, this is the trauma guy. And he's like, freaking out because I brought him all this to leave. And I'm like, I would not want to get injured down there.
We also called him Miyagi because he kind of looked like that dude.
Oh, like Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah, but he was 100% Chilean.
Okay.
But he looked just like Mr. Miyagi.
I'd called him Seabass.
No. Why?
Chilean sea bass.
He gets it.
A popular dish.
Oh, my mind went to what Dumb and Dumber or whatever the heck.
Have you ever heard of the traditional pipe and
Yeah.
cigar shop? Is that the name? I don't know if I got the order correct. They have a promotion coming up this weekend that I think that you should piggyback off of and steal.
No.
It is Sundress Sunday. Listen. We had a drag event here once. Come on, man. It was a lot of fun.
Breast cancer research. You know what I mean? You donate we do a fundraiser.
Because I know who's going to show up in sundresses.
All of us.
Exactly. And there's things I don't want to see.
I mean, what else is there to see, buddy? You've looked into the brown eye of hell. He remembers.
Oh no, we
Pepperidge Farm.
We try and forget.
We all remember.
I was there. I remember that day. Ugh. Yeah. Not okay. No sundress. No. Nope. Not interested in that one.
I want to know when Sam's going to do something for the ratings. Jason, you've sacrificed. I've sacrificed. We've done things for this show. I went through the whole mill yesterday, showing everybody your moment in the sun with RJ. Because Craig was asking for it. And then I was like, hey, this guy worked at the cold mill in here. Mm-hmm. He knows you and RJ, a couple other guys. And went over to Galv. I was showing them. Everybody got to see your moment of shame. Everybody's seen several of my moments of shame. I want to know when it's Sam's turn.
When the time's right.
That's such a Sam thing to say. What a cop out. You know what I mean?
Sam knows how to play poker, sweetheart.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to play chess, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm the worst. Come out for the tournament.
You'd be crying. You'd be like, you take too long.
They play time.
Yeah, there's timers.
Yeah, simple. I know.
Yeah.
You got to give me credit. Like, I'm a little bit of an idiot savant. Like, I just throw you guys so far off of your typical. What's it? No, nobody's gonna give me credit. All right, fine.
No. You won. I gave you credit there. Yeah. You won. You beat me.
I just drive Jason nuts. That was my favorite part of North Dakota. I think we would go into these weird restaurants on the drive up there that we'd never heard of, that were like, your atypical chain stuff you'd see down here, like what's the wing place? Not Pennzoil, but Quaker Steak.
Quaker
Steak and Loop. Like all the stuff on the walls. You know what I mean? It's like that restaurant you like with all the stuff on the wall. What it's called?
Shenanigans.
Nope.
I swear to God, I'm going to pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans.
We have a button for that.
Got me kicked off of Facebook.
Yeah.
That line.
Because he typed that as a response and Facebook
didn't even think about what I was saying. Just
violent.
It was the right response.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I got a nice slap on the pee-pee for that one.
You got Facebook jail.
And I can't even be mad. Like, yeah, it's a movie reference, but I did just threaten somebody to pistol whip them as far as like the algorithm goes. So, all right.
Yeah.
So imagine Jay and I don't remember if we were waiting for our food or if we were done eating and just waiting to go back in the truck to freaking continue our drive. But I've got like one of the very first 3D chess games made for a smartphone on my phone, and we're just like kind of passing the phone back and forth at the table. And that game must have been like an hour and 10 minutes.
That's the one thing I hated about playing with him. Playing games with Corey takes
long games. Nope.
So long.
Here's the thing: it's only because I don't know how much better than you guys I am, so I can't close out the game. Because you guys are looking at it like he could have clobbered me like 20 turns ago.
Speed is part of it, but
yes,
you did win on the very, very long drawn out game. I will give you that.
Here's the thing: I make you guys think and take a long time too. Do I not?
Yeah, because I'm like he has so analyzed this that this is no longer a reactionary game.
Right.
Is it me or is that contradictory to what he earlier said about my mind?
That it's
the
electric version of the spaghetti monster.
Every once in a while, you
yeah, but every little ADHD rabbit has his bugaboo.
Yeah,
that's all I'm asking for. Just give me my Rain Man. You know what I mean?
There.
That's why I like playing the timer better. I
can
enjoy
understand why, but to be reasonable.
I see what you did there.
We got sidestep because we've already done one. I don't want them coming down suing us from Canada. I don't play.
D-gens from up country.
I like never play, and that's actually like I never played an actual game of chess until I was an adult.
Yeah,
I never played chess. Jason's like, oh, I did all this. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I learned this game like 2 months ago, and I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
you know.
And, dude, chess.com. It's an easy download, and I play against the computer a lot, but recently I have been playing I think it's Blitz. 10-minute.
Yep.
That's
pretty much the standard. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. You get 10, I get 10.
And they don't give you grace at the end either.
Mm-mm. No, it's done.
When it hits zero, it hits zero. Yep. Period.
Game ends.
I don't. So here's my big problem. Like I'm. Can we just agree I'm not bad at chess?
No, you're not. You're not bad.
We never
said you were bad.
Yeah, we never said anything.
I'm just trying to qualify what I'm about to say.
Although it is fun busting your nuts about it.
Yeah,
my nuts are available for any activity
officially broken.
You're interested in. All I know is I got the winning record against both of you, so I'm fine with that. But the thing is, for me, the reason that I could never really play enough to be like, okay, let's play speed chess, is because the level of anxiety that I have playing chess, my heart rate is incredibly through the roof. Like I am so into it when I'm playing. Like my body is connected in a way where my vitals are going bananas.
Just got to play more.
See, I think I know Corey's strategy now. It's not that he knows like, oh, this is the French defense and this is the Swiss Open and this is Scholars Made.
I don't
this is
know.
that, and this is this. Corey's like, I play by attrition.
Yeah.
Well, you described it actually very, very accurately when you said I am 100% reactionary. And I think that's why I must take so much time, because I don't have this, okay, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. So every time you do something, I have to analyze all of the possibilities, what my possibilities are, and what that could mean for the next maybe 2 or 3 moves. That's as far as I'm capable of looking ahead, because I am 100% reacting to what you do. But I think I do it well. It's just so much that I have to start over every time. It's like a reboot.
Sure.
There was one guy came in, he's over 2,000 rated on the board too. Ugh. So like actual like FIDE
we gotta
rated.
get Bobby Jingles in here.
Yeah. This kid would give him a run for his money. This guy's actual like tournaments and all that stuff. And he was saying, playing against us, he's like, you guys are actually pretty good. He's like, you got to play faster. And I was like, what? He's like, you won't get better unless you play faster. He's like, that your brain doesn't lock in the moves when you take the time to make the moves, because it knows it has the time to analyze the board. When you start just reacting and then paying for it you get that instant feedback. Your brain's like, okay, don't do that.
That
Here's
was
why.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it locks those things in, which is why the more you play the speed chess, the faster you'll get better. Was his logic on it.
I would have a heart attack and die is the only problem. And my wife, like rightfully so, says in the chat room, I give her grief. We play, you won't know this, probably you will, a game called Catan.
Mm-hmm.
And we play it on the phone, which is nice because you don't have to. That game takes like a half hour to 45 minutes to set the board up every time. But when we play it on our phones, and I give her grief for taking a long time to take her turns, it's not because of the fact that she's thinking, though.
Yeah.
The problem that she has, and the reason that I win more often than not, is that we only play when she's drinking.
Right.
Only ever play when she's drinking. And so the deeper we go, the more she's drinking and the more often she's conversing during. And when it comes her turn, she's talking. And she can't look at her, like much the same way that when she's looking at her phone, don't bother talking to her because she's not going to process. She will process everything you say as soon as she turns her phone off. Like when she's done writing a message to whoever she's writing it to and turns it off, all that stuff floods in, and then she's reactionary, and it could be 5-10 minutes later. It's wild. But when she's drinking and playing a game, she has to look at you or look up or look at the ceiling while she talks. It's like some weird like Muppet reaction where like you have to look up. And so I'll be sitting there going like, all right, like let's talk or let's play. And I love talking to my wife. The best conversations I've ever had. But when we're playing a game, I'm like going like, I already know what I'm gonna do on my next turn. You know, I'm just waiting for her to pass it over.
Let's go.
Me. Yeah, it's a different, very different situation.
Yeah. Oh no, but it feels the same.
That's fair.
Oh.
Let's welcome the new members to the group. Bob Cheney. I don't know if there's any relation there or not.
Different spelling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good role for Christian Bale. Another big body metamorphosis. You've never seen that one?
No.
What is it called? Vice.
The Mechanic.
Vice.
Nah.
Mechanic is one where he underwent an incredible body change.
Yeah, he lost. Like,
There's a
dumped all his
movie
weight.
called Vice where Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney, and it is wild.
Oh.
It is incredible.
Yeah, I've never
And you
seen
know
it, but I've
what?
seen clips.
The person that's in it for a very short time steals the spotlight. What's the actor's name that played Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2? You know who I'm referring to? The guy that does all the cool dances and stuff, plays Justin Hammer.
No.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to look it up. Seven Psychopaths. You ever see that?
Oh yeah.
You
I know
who
who you're
I'm
talking about.
referring to?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the one sitting here with the computer.
Yeah. Look up
Yeah.
Seven Psychopaths cast. It'll be easier that way. Incredible actor. This guy plays George Bush, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal, dude.
He is so funny in Seven Psychopaths.
He is a great actor, dude. I'm sure you guys have
That dude
both
standing
seen.
behind Colin Farrell.
I'm sure that guy.
Oh, that's the one. That's
Justin
the one
Hammer.
where that's the movie where
He's like right in the book.
they're out in the desert and the
Yeah,
guy's like
yeah.
the guy says to Christopher Walken like,
Get in the car.
get in the car.
No. But I've got a gun. I don't care.
I don't care. I don't wanna.
I don't want to.
No.
Yep. Very much.
Why
so.
not?
That guy's
I don't
a
want to.
great actor, dude. What's his
Yeah,
name?
Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Your wife
Sam
nailed it.
Rockwell, dude. Thank you, dear. I'd watch him do anything. But I tell you what, he has 5 minutes of screen time in this movie as George W. Bush, and it is gold. The whole time it is gold, dude. It
Oh.
is so good. So like they go through the process of like George is running for president, and he's like he asked Dick to be his vice. And he's like, well, if I do it, you know, I'm gonna want a little more, be more active than most vice presidents are. I want to have some power and stuff. And he's essentially like, that's cool with me, dude. I want to do as little as possible. It is, you gotta watch that movie. It is so good. This
Yeah.
is not like that rewatchable movie. This is like
You got to see it once.
awards type movie, but
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah, I never saw it. Like I said, I've seen clips and I've heard of that one at least. Not
Login,
like two
dude,
guns.
I'll give you my Amazon login.
I like
have
political
that movie.
movies.
I bought it.
Yeah.
It's It's so wild because you've seen Christian Bale be the skinny guy from The Mechanic. You've seen him be buff as all get out in Batman. And then you see him gain all of this massive amount of weight and like have his hair plucked out to play Dick Cheney. And it is mind-blowing.
What's the movie called again?
Vice. Look at the pictures of him. Just go to the images. Movie. Yeah. Yes, that's 100% it. Now go to the images.
While he looks that up, you want to welcome the rest of the members since they can't see this.
Oh yeah, Salvatore. I can't. You say that name.
Buttafuoco.
Okay.
Buttafuoco.
Should I give my attempted pronunciation?
No, please don't.
Salvatore Buttafuoco is.
We'll do it anyways.
Trevor Reed, and that's all. So welcome to the group, guys. Yo. Is that an amazing body transformation or what?
Like that?
Can't even tell it's him.
It's
that
incredible.
Right there is nuts.
He's a chameleon, dude.
Yeah,
he's more from the X-Men.
Yeah. It's like you said. It's wild because you can't even tell that it's him. You got no idea that.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
that guy's commitment to roles is incredible.
Next level.
Very next level for sure. So. We are not doing the show next Friday.
No,
we'll do it on Sunday proper as we normally do. No, not quite. Give me a second. So we did this show because nobody was going to be here for Sunday for Memorial Day.
Right.
So like we'll be here same normal time, same normal channel next Sunday, 9:30 a.m. We are going to be smoking the CAO Flathead 5x54, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll be another just a tip.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. And then
however.
Good. On
Sunday, what should they be doing?
That's where I was going
kids that are here at home.
I will be at Liberty Pool from 1 to 4. You guys got to come down, just check the place out. It is just a gorgeous place to be. It is phenomenal. I remembered, so I had the sundress thing was a note I had on one of our pink cards from work. The other thing was Eric, my assistant roller helper, kind of a little bit dry, talking to him in conversation. Just came out with the most incredible thing I ever heard. I'm like, hey, what you doing this weekend? He's always smoking stuff. He's like, nah, man, we're going to the Meadows. They've got Truck Festival.
Wiener Dog Racing.
Wiener Dog Racing, like, Truck Festival.
How can I not have heard of this? My wife loves camping, loves going camp for Memorial Day weekend. But she really likes the idea of like we've done for her birthday. Like we'll go to the casino, or Mother's Day, go to the casino and watch the horse races.
Yeah.
And how did I not know there was Wiener Dog Racing?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all I want to do now is be there waiting at the finish line with a hot dog bun. That's all I want to do. Just sitting there waiting, like, come on, doggies.
Sam, finish your plug.
No, I'll be at Liberty Pool 1 to 5 then. And then this coming Tuesday, I've got karaoke down here if you guys are freed up. 6 o'clock start.
I work gosh darn midnight again all week this week.
Lucky you.
I'm trying to work the Strum Junkies practices around that because the other plug that we actually have, June 15th, if you didn't know, if you don't watch every show, which what the hell is wrong with you if you haven't, June 15th, Cigar Box Guitar Festival over in the California IA position of the
Cole
Pennsylvania
Center.
area. Yeah. Jump on the Facebook group. We've got it posted numerous times. Strum Junkies playing at 11 o'clock. All day festivities, all day fun. Have a great time. Make sure you come out.
Jason probably running sound.
Probably, yeah. We just need a confirmation with the boss. So talk to Jen so we can figure that all out. But apart from that, please make sure that you hang out with us every Sunday here at 9:30 a.m. where we do the show live. And you can be in the chat room and say the thing you say.
Salut.
The thing.
Smile.